from Benjamin and Howie.
Oh, monkey poo, monkey poo.
Alright, so I wanted to dedicate this video to my dog Benjamin. How to spot low self-esteem. You know, I've noticed the same behavioral pattern that I've struggled with, you know, like in my early 20s or even younger. And that is having poor self-esteem. Before you can work on your self-esteem, you have to like be able to recognize low self-esteem. So from experience, these are things that I've recognized in myself when I had poor self-esteem. And to be socially paranoid is when you question constantly of what other people's feelings and words and actions towards you. You know, you have a certain like negative belief about yourself. So your conscience is gonna guilt you a little into thinking about too much into what others may be thinking of you, even if they don't really think that way about you. Another word for that is just being insecure. You pay attention to the slightest things in people, like, you know, the tone of their voice, their mannerisms, or their choice of words. And maybe it could be true that those people like think negative about you or talking bad about you, but who cares? Now I know girls, you know, always constantly compare themselves to other girls. There's nothing wrong with comparing yourself, but when you're constantly excessively and unfairly comparing yourself to the qualities of other people that you see, it's kind of like a shutdown on your ego. Being super defensive is just, you know, being super sensitive, getting snippety about what somebody says because you didn't like what that person said, or, you know, it's just being sensitive about things that, you know, are not meant to be. You know, there's nothing wrong with pretending, but if the pretending is doing more harm to yourself, then pretending is probably not the best thing to do. When you pretend everything is okay, you learn to, like, you know, socially lie to people. And everybody's told a white lie in their life.
Do my boobs look small?
Clearly, she has no tits. Technically, you're just telling people what they want to hear or what's going to make them happy to avoid, you know, confrontation. It's kind of like me asking my boyfriend, do I look fat?
No.
He can tell a white lie all day long. I'm gonna believe what I want to believe. But see, I used to be like that. It's just kind of telling people what they want to hear, but it kind of like, it's just, that's like so exhausting. Why should I agree if you think that you have back fat in that t-shirt? Like, what am I supposed to say?
Oh, no, bitch. You don't have back fat. You just wearing the wrong bra.
She's got back fat. Another thing is that you can't take compliments very well. And the reason for that is because of low self-esteem. You don't feel good about yourself, so why should you accept when somebody's making a compliment to you? Another thing is you blow your failures like out of proportion. You make a big deal out of things that are not big of a deal.
Oh Lord, I burnt the damn popcorn.
Instead of highlighting on your failures, think about how you can do better. And when someone pays you a compliment, just say thank you. There's a difference for somebody who doesn't take compliments very well and for somebody who fishes for compliments. That just means you're an insecure girl and you need constant reassurance. I mean, I'm that way around my boyfriend, and I've taught him to give me answers I like. Preying on others that are weak. It just means putting other people down to make you feel better. You know, very much like misery loves company. People who are miserable want other people to be miserable with them. People who aren't happy want to make sure you're not happy. If an asshole is a narcissist, it just means he's an asshole. So when you're constantly putting other people down or bullying other people just to make you feel good, you're just kind of like mirroring. You're passing off your insecurities to the other person. It's kind of like when somebody is like, you know, deflecting. You know, deflecting is being called out for your action. And instead of accepting it, try to mirror the other person and tell them everything bad that they're doing. And you know why that's called deflecting? It's because you know that the other person is right and you just want to punch them right back in the balls, right where they got you. So if you recognize any of these traits in yourself, then you probably have low self-esteem. And it's not the end of the world, you know, you still have a whole lifetime to improve yourself. So my advice is practice positive self-talk. Instead of talking bad about yourself, start complimenting yourself. You know, keep doing it until you're convinced. Another thing is stop comparing yourself to others. You know, comparing yourself to others is just a vicious cycle. So instead of comparing yourself to others, start differentiating yourself from others. Identify the qualities that you think make you a good person. Another thing is don't strive for perfection. The most anal people are the most annoying people. The more you aim for perfection, the more you're gonna fail, because there is no such thing as perfection. Because you know who's perfect? Nobody. If God made us perfect, why aren't we all saints? No, another thing is doing things that you enjoy. And don't worry about what other people are doing or saying or thinking or whatever. Just do shit that you enjoy. If you want to binge on chocolates, girl, don't even save me some. You're the one who's not gonna fit in your pants. And last but not least, just, you know, celebrate the small stuff. Stop waiting for the big things to happen for you to even like enjoy or celebrate something. People who are the happiest in life don't take much to make them happy. You know, my boyfriend is like my biggest cheerleader, and he's always told me that, you know, just live in the moment. I hope that helps, and please keep on emailing me at askjarmaine@gmail.com, and I would be lovely to answer you guys either in an email or a video. I love you guys. Protect your cookie. I will see you in my next video. Bye.